Hi friends, welcome back. Have you ever found yourself consuming content, taking courses, taking coaching programs, watching YouTube videos for hours and hours on end, and then days go by, weeks go by, months go by, and you haven't taken any action? Why is this? Well, I'm going to give you a useful tip today, which hopefully will allow you to be able to take a lot more action and not have to consume so much content so that you can actually achieve the things that you're working towards. So let's discuss. Okay, so the way that I like to think about consuming content is that I compare it to eating and digesting. So what I find, especially at the beginning when I was creating a new business, was that I felt so overwhelmed with the fact that this was a very new arena for me and I didn't really know what I was doing. So I found that the best way, or so I thought, for me to be able to make progress was to buy lots of different courses, try lots of different things, and consume loads and loads of content and get as much knowledge as I could. And this helped to an extent, but I found that after a while, the more content I consumed and the more knowledge I acquired in theory without applying it was actually slowing me down and sometimes paralyzing me altogether. It's very difficult to take action on things when we have too many things to think about and it just becomes overwhelming. So what I started to apply instead, which I found extremely useful, was to think of knowledge and content consumption as eating food. So food is vital to us. If we don't eat, after a couple of weeks, we die. And yet, if we eat so much that we are full and bloated and completely overloaded with food, it slows us down completely. Our digestion slows down, we feel awful, and it doesn't serve us, it doesn't give us more energy, it actually takes energy away, right? So if we think about knowledge and applying that knowledge to the things that we want to achieve, literally just thinking about it like food can make a really big difference in terms of helping us to understand how much knowledge to take in before we take in some more. So all we have to do is think about, okay, I'm learning one new concept today, which is going to help me to take action on one thing in my business, which is going to give some kind of result. So let's say, for example, you go away and you learn about what a lead magnet is. A lead magnet is something you give away for free with a bit of value that solves a small problem for your potential customer, in exchange for getting them onto your community and them kind of becoming aware of you and potentially being able to contact them, usually via email. So let's say that you learn something about lead magnets, you create a lead magnet, and you then put it on your social media, on your website, and on the communications you use for your customers. So that's you consuming some knowledge on what a lead magnet is, how to create it, and then instead of going and learning all about email funnels and conversions and lots of other things that are going to be very useful later on, you first need to actually take action and create your lead magnet and put it into action. Send it to your customers and make it visible. Why is that helpful? So firstly, knowledge without action is not really useful. Yeah, it's great to have knowledge, but in theory, it's not really going to help you unless you actually apply it. So firstly, learning something, one thing, putting it into practice, applying it and seeing how it works, helps you to remember it a lot more because you've got the muscle memory of actually doing it. And secondly, it means that you have then digested the knowledge, as it were. You feel great about yourself because you have implemented it. You have learned it to a different degree, so you've locked in that knowledge. It has actually created some results, or at least you've planted some seeds for your business or whatever it is that you're trying to work on, which means that you are then sort of empty again, ready to take on more knowledge. So then you go and learn the next thing. Before you then get overwhelmed with trying to learn lots of other things, again, that next thing that you learn, apply it, put it into practice, go away and do it, and come back and think, okay, what's the next thing? So if we think about knowledge acquisition and consumption of content in this way, it can help us to break it down a lot more. I personally still find it difficult to this day to know the balance between all of the things that I'm trying to learn. I'm learning lots of things as a beginner versus putting them into action. Because obviously perfectionism gets in the way and we start thinking, oh, we need to learn all of these really different things, complicated things before we actually take action. And that's not true. The best thing is to really go small, build some very basic foundations, take on bits of knowledge, build the foundations, more knowledge, more foundations, more knowledge, more foundations. So we are eating, digesting, that's giving us energy, it's giving us the practical use of the knowledge, and then it means that we've got a system going on and we can then feed it with more knowledge, but make sure that you always digest that knowledge. That's the key takeaway that I'd like you to take away from this video. Very simple, but when you get overwhelmed and you find yourself 4 hours later still watching YouTube videos on how to set up a simple lighting system for your YouTube channel, well, you don't need to do any of that. Just watch something very simple for 10 or 20 minutes, apply it, see what happens, take actual practical action, and then go and take a little bit of knowledge again, and so on. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Hopefully you find it helpful, as I have found it very helpful. And I would love to know how you get on with this concept. Let me know in the comments, and hopefully this will help you to take away some of that overwhelm that comes when we're trying to learn something new and there's just so much going on. Take it one step at a time and apply. One step at a time and apply. It is going to help you so much more, and it's going to make your business or whatever it is that you're working on so much more successful. I wish you good luck, and I'll see you in the next one soon. Take care. Bye.